Right on. Are you vegan?
No, I'm not.
Okay. What justifies you using animals when you can't get their consent?
Right. So there's certain people that cannot be vegan due to medical issues or due to the work that they do. Right.
What
So
about you?
a
What about
woman.
you? What about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
Well, I have low iron, so me eating
I mean,
meat.
eat iron-rich vegetables and eat citrus beforehand. You'll absorb more.
Okay, but me eating meat contains more iron than the average vegetable, correct? The average
You don't.
ribeye
You
contains
eat
more than the
beans, or
average
you can
tofu.
eat. It doesn't matter. It's just you don't
It
need to
doesn't
use the
matter.
animal. No, it doesn't.
But
You don't
I
need
wanna say
to. You
something
don't need
about
to steal
woman.
someone's life to get a vitamin. You can eat the plants directly.
Yeah, Luca, you don't have to drink blood to get iron, because ultimately that's where the heme iron is coming from, is blood.
All
That
right.
is it. Yeah.
So what do you have to say to the women that are pregnant and cannot be vegan due to
Oh,
the health of the fetus?
I got it. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics say that a vegan diet is safe and healthy for all stages of life, including pregnancy, nursing, and even old age.
But it's not though.
Okay, well, you can talk
Unless
to me.
it's
Hey, hey,
100%
hey,
perfect,
hey,
it's
Luca,
not.
Luca, Luca, you can talk to me because I'm on my second pregnancy as a vegan. What do you want to know about vegan pregnancies?
I honestly feel bad for the fetus. I'm not gonna lie. That fetus
Really?
needs more
Because my
protein than you're giving
child,
it.
no, listen, my child, I had a vegan pregnancy, vegan birth. He's breastfed for 2 years. He's in like the 99th percentile for his growth rate at 2 years old. So why are you feeling bad for him?
Because the health of the fetus is not as good as it would be if you're giving it meat, protein,
Really?
more protein.
What do you mean the health isn't as good? Because he's been like healthy since he was born. I actually had like a home birth. I didn't even have to go to the doctor for any kind of intervention. And that's kind of almost unheard of in the modern world currently. So please tell me, what is wrong with my child as eating
Nobody would
plant-based?
know that's true or not. So that's kind of like
I mean,
saying
I
he said, she
actually had to
said.
document it. I had to document it completely to get all of his government paperwork because, yeah, you do have to document like your child in order to get them registered for
Okay,
like a social
is
security
that like a
number.
source? Show me your document. I mean, I
I
don't
mean, I don't
understand.
have to give away my child's personal information or
Right.
details to like
So
prove
tell
he's
me something
viable.
that's like factual instead of like, oh yeah, this is my situation. Because I can say the same thing, right? But
I
to
mean,
me,
you're
that's
trying
not
to use,
factual.
listen, Luca, you as a man were trying to use pregnant women as a gotcha to why we can't be vegan. And you're
Right, because
talking
it
to a
can be a
pregnant
gotcha
woman
to why you
who
can't
is
be vegan. Because
who
there's a
is
lot of women
vegan.
out there that need more protein, need more vitamin D than they're getting from tofu and all these vegan
Luca,
items.
Luca, you do know that like every pregnant woman is recommended to take a prenatal vitamin, so all the basic vitamins should be covered. And there's nothing about plant-based diets that suggests they're more deficient in like protein. As long as you're eating like sufficient calories, you're not going to be like deficient in protein.
Okay, but can we understand that protein you get more out of meat, correct?
I don't think that's true
You
based on
don't
the
think that's
studies.
true. Okay, so
Listen,
here's the
based on the
problem.
studies, Luca, are you going to fucking listen to me or are you just up here to yap? Based on the studies I have seen, and these were compared in athletes, plant-based versus omnivore athletes had the same muscle generation. Like there isn't a significant difference to say that eating dead animals is going to make you in any way better as far as protein consumption versus a plant-based.
So the average tofu comparing to the average ribeye, which one contains more vitamins and protein?
I mean, I would
Because
have
I
to
know the
Google that
answer to
off the top of
that.
my head, but I can tell you which one probably has more nutrients and less like
Right,
saturated
so
fat
I
and
searched it
cholesterol.
up. The average tofu is 24 grams of protein, right? And the average ribeye is 60, all right? And for the record, tofu doesn't really contain vitamins like vitamin D, vitamin A. So you're not really getting a lot of nutrients comparing to a ribeye. So what do you really have to say about that?
Actually, tofu does actually have more nutrients than like a ribeye.
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure ribeyes don't have calcium in them. Also, tofu has fiber in it and has zero cholesterol.
But we're not like carnivores, right? We eat meat with other foods. So to me, that's not really an issue. The problem is that you guys are comparing something that meat does really well, like protein, and downgrading it, which to
But
me
see,
is
Luca, the problem is your source has a victim at the end, whereas plants are not a sentient being, so we're not harming anyone by eating the plants. You're directly paying for someone being
I think
and exploited for your taste pleasure.
Listen, I'm pretty sure plants give us oxygen, right? If we ate all the plants in the world, what would happen to us?
We wouldn't have to eat all the plants in the world. Actually, we would be using less plants if we were on a plant-based system because we have to feed the majority of the plants that we grow to the animals that we're consuming.
Yeah, so you didn't really answer my hypothetical.
Well,
If
I'm
there's
not
no
answering a
plants on the
hypothetical
world,
because it's ridiculous. I don't think you're here to
right.
make a
So
point.
just like how you're saying,
I don't think you're here for a genuine conversation.
Sorry, I was muted. I think I just kicked him because I really don't want to have conversations with disingenuous people. I'd rather talk to people that are like, oh, I didn't really think of it that way. But I know that's that's pie in the sky.